Hi guys, Gagan from Outscore here, and through this channel, I share everything from your first job application to your first day at the job in Canada. This week's topic is about if you're blindly applying for jobs. So, if you're blindly applying for jobs in desperation to get one, chances of you getting that are pretty low. And even if you do get it, you miss out on a critical component of doing the research that you should have done before getting into that job, because chances might be that you might not like it. And not to say, in my opinion, it does look lazy and a bit unprofessional that you just bulk apply for all the jobs without doing any sort of research. So, what I suggest is a harder approach, and it's not that hard to be honest. It's essentially involves doing some critical research before applying for the position that you find. So, I just have these four things that you should concentrate upon, and then in addition to these four things, you can add more things if you want to dive deeper. But these four things don't take that much time, but will give you a good enough idea of if you are a good fit for this job or not. So, the first one, see if the job description aligns with your career goals. On what I mean to say here is, like, everybody has a sense of direction of where they want to go, and obviously this sense of direction changes as you grow in your career. And if you are a student or if you are early in your career, and I'd say myself too, like, don't have the exact idea of where we should be going, sometimes job descriptions about companies, they tell you in ways, things like in the small lines that they write for the job description is like, would I like doing this, or would I not like doing this? So these things at least give you good starting points to see, okay, I kind of like doing this, and I'm aligned with that, and I'm not aligned with that, and it gives you a good enough idea that you might not be 100% sure, but you can get to a level where you're like, okay, this aligns with me. Second, see how the company's presence is locally. Like, if it's a local company where you're applying, then you should see what work has it been involved in, what future work does it have coming. The greatest source for this is the company website. You can go there, see the about us section. You can see what they do, what are they involved in, what is there in the future, what projects they're involved in currently, what have they completed previously, and does it align with something that you would be interested in doing, and what work is coming in the future. So you see that, can I see myself with this company doing this kind of a job in the years to come? You can also check reviews from other employees. Usually they mention them on some job websites, essentially. My only opinion with that is, like, that is very personal. Sometimes people have a great time at a company, so their opinion of that company is excellent, and some employees don't have a good time, so their opinion of that company is not that great. But so I tend not to depend on them entirely. I just look at them and see what is the bulk of the opinion about. That gives you a little idea, but you should 100% not depend on this and take that to your heart, saying, oh, maybe the company is like that. The third one is, see the leadership team of that company on LinkedIn, and see the people who are involved in the local office that you would be working with, or the local branch where you hybrid or remote, whichever kind of work that is, to see how their journey has been and how their professional careers have been, how long have they been with the company. And then they'll in their journey, you can see if this can be your future journey. And information about this is also there on the company website about the leadership team. You can also see the management team if you know who you're meeting in your interview. If you get to that point, then you can read more about them. So that gives you good questions to ask in the interview also. And the fourth one is the most important, is salary ranges. So if the question is thrown at you in an interview, so you at least have a good idea of what to say. Obviously, if you're applying for your first job and you need it, I know you have to be on your back foot, but you should always be prepared to have a negotiation discussion like this, because that you have to be, it enables you to have like a strong discussion about what you should be getting as compared to what they're paying you. Sometimes it doesn't go that well, but the role is well, you take it, but at least you have a good starting point. So you can check similar jobs in other companies if it is not mentioned in the position. Sometimes these companies give a good job description and then say that's the salary range. Some of them I've seen give a salary range which has a difference of 50 grand in between the lowest and the highest, which for me doesn't make that much sense. So where are we in this and what is the negotiation room, essentially. But at least you'll have some sort of idea in the interview round when you get to that, okay, this is what I think I should be getting, and it should cover everything. If you're starting out, you can also look at starting salaries. If you're experienced, you can see where you are now and how much of a jump you are looking to get. And it gives you that confidence, in a way, that subtle confidence, that you can have the discussion with more ease rather than just like, oh, what should I say now? So these four things, guys, these four things will give you a good amount of perspective to see if this is the job that you should be applying for. And if you apply for it, you can align your resume a little bit to see what specific items they were asking for. And sometimes we forget to mention that, but you're like, oh, I have done this job. And then you can mention that. And that sometimes is a good catch when you get to the interview stage, or is the catch that gets you to the interview stage. So, but you will have a good enough idea, and also some great questions if you reach the interview stage from these 4 points. Doesn't take that much time, but you'll be much more equipped, much more aligned, and much more in the same direction as the role is asking for. And then if you get an opportunity like that and you take it, at least one thing you can be sure of is, like, you can see yourself there for some time while you settle things. If you're new to the country and you want to settle yourself, settle your family, if you're new to the town and all that. And I know it is not easy. So, and all these things take time. So if one big thing is out of the way, which pays for the other things, it is very important that we spend some time in researching for this component. So I hope you like the video, guys. That is it for this week. And any question, comments, thoughts, please feel free to mention here on the channel, or you can email me also. And see you in the next one, guys.